Hi friends, Empress Danny here, and I'll be honest, I'm being brought to tears because I have so much gratitude for so many things, including you guys. This didn't start until I started the video, but obviously this can be a part of the messages. Just being brought to a space of tears. I feel tears of joy. What's crazy is that I have the sailing card here. And I have Mujaji, which is manifestation. So this could indicate ships coming in. I know that's worthy of tears of joy, right? When finally you have your ships coming in, you're starting to see some results, some progress, movement, delivery, follow through, could be what that is. So meditation, let's talk about it, okay? In my meditation, I'm going to go ahead and pull cards and then we'll go through these. But in my meditation, the concept of mud came up, okay? And Spirit was saying, be grateful when things get messy. It's for your protection. You know, sometimes you don't think about that, right? I think about like, whether it's business relationships or otherwise, how sometimes you deal with people and they being nasty until you get to a certain point, and then you like, oh, if I had known this was how you really are, I never would have blah, 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 right? Never would have did business with you. There's an energy like that, that's why it's for your protection. So if you're dealing with some situation that got messy, or sometimes like that muddy energy is like, why are you acting like that, right? Why are you being funny towards me? Spirit has, and this is my dream interpretation deck. I've been having dreams lately, and I don't know, that's probably part of my tears because it's something I know I'm gifted in. I used to have dreams when I was younger, and I know I shared before about suppressing that, and I can tell the gift is definitely returning, so I'm grateful. But I had a dream about a person in particular. I don't know, maybe this resonates, you know, 222 on the clock. Whenever you have a dream about a particular person, especially if it's someone that you maybe have been praying about or like, you know, seeking, right? I just want to, you know, Spirit, let me be sure in my heart. You always want answers. Well, the dream that I had about this particular person, in the dream, this was like a relationship, right? And it's not like, I don't know if we were together or what, but we were definitely in the same house. And that person was treating me like it was annoying for me to be there. Like they were back in their room and they would come out of the room and I would try to talk to them, and it would be like you know how somebody treats you like everything you say is stupid, or like, what do you want? Why are you talking to me? It was kind of like that. And I say that because, right, that's kind of like messy, that's muddy, like this doesn't make sense, right? It muddies the lines or kind of blurs things. Like, I don't understand why you're treating me this way. That's always a blessing. That's a sign spiritually that the reason that things are like that is for your protection, so that you wouldn't, I just heard, get stuck in the mud later down the road. So I'm not sure if that resonates for some of you, but that actually, that's what Spirit was giving me, was that's for your protection. It's almost like if you order a pizza in I just heard it's messy when you get it, right? Your shit all over the top of the box. I'm not eating this, right? Like it's a reflection of the energy in a situation or circumstance. Or the groceries, all the produce is bad, like that type of thing. Spirit is when things are done sloppy, somebody approach you the wrong way, it's because there's something in that. Spirit is like, trust me, right? Just partner with me on this one. I'm protecting you by allowing you to see, I just heard, this mess before you get in it. So some of you just be grateful, okay? The children card is the card that came out, card number 8. As you can see here, we have a beach, La Playa, and we have a lot of different figures in the sand, okay? But it's giving more the sands of time. So with children, I feel like your inner child has kind of formed what could be some impressions. Perhaps some of them would need to be washed away. Some of them, though, could certainly be depicting of or accurate, right? I see this child here, he's holding a horse. So when it comes to what it is that he's looking at, what has been like reliable, right? What has been thorough, what has been stable. I also see like a picture of a kid here. This looks like sitting inside of some sort of walls, but it's like recognizing I'm safe in this particular, with these boundaries, is what it feels like, because life is what this one back here, a Rubik's cube, right? Which is kind of puzzling sometimes, trying to figure some things out, right? I also get an energy around, for some of you, this Rubik's cube, as you can see what it's sitting on top of. It's almost like trying to figure out how to hold whatever this is up. It could even be like how they're holding up, or how I'm going to maintain this. The bottom of the deck is a wedding card. So I feel in whatever situation you may be dealing with, Spirit is letting you know, right? With the sands of time, it's only for a season, right? You're going to figure whatever this is out, right? The tide is washing in. Whatever's puzzling won't be a puzzle forever. The tide will come in and remove that picture or perspective away. So I like that. And some of you, you know, the beauty of life is that sometimes this is a perspective that's held about or concerning you, right? It could be a way someone looks at you. And with the children card, they could be childish, right? They could have a very youthful or naive perspective that is not healthy. And if that's the case, they may need time to be able to grow up in order to see you in the appropriate way, in order to form the type of relationship with you that can be trusted with wedding, right? This could be, I don't know, some of you may have situations where you are just in, you know, in this life, you have circumstances with people who don't have a relationship with Spirit. And with sands, it's not time in terms of like chronos, it's divine timing. In divine timing, that perspective that they have will be washed away. That lens through which they see things. Yeah, this child card says toys, rules, future growth, lack of limited rules, playing. So I do feel Spirit perhaps wants you maybe even to take the limitations off, wants you to take, maybe if there are some sort of rules, you are allowing yourself to be in a space of childlike wonder. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna take these, I'm gonna put them back in. But Oya came out. Oya storms, okay? Katesh is sacred lust, okay? Long Bubby Susie is shame. Mboya Nihanda, radical rebirth is the card that came out, okay? This is a rebirth from the shame. This could be you. This could be someone opposite you. But with the children card here, something's taking place. It feels like, I don't know why I'm kind of getting an energy of not playing by the rules. And something feels as though, okay, so your inner child may be ashamed because in some situation or circumstance, you're not playing by the rules, but I feel like you're moving by Spirit. So don't ever feel ashamed when you're moving by Spirit, because I feel like this is a radical part of your rebirth. This is a card number 5. This is a change. You're doing things different. And it feels as though for others, it may seem somewhat childish, but I feel like it's not. And I feel like definitely get that you are not supposed to be ashamed. So make sure that you're not holding shame, because I feel like you are walking in agreement with your inner child, which it feels like is new, and not like it's new altogether, but in some situation or scenario, Spirit, I'm just going to trust you. And it feels like something about this could be a way or an area that, based on the way other people perceive things, there's like shame as it pertains to their opinion, but that might be the area where you're going through a rebirth. I can't worry about their opinion. I can't worry about what they think. I can't worry about, how I look to them. I have to agree, right? My spirit must agree. And if my spirit don't agree, then because it's almost like, those situations in life, you will be put to shame if you don't walk in agreement with spirit and something feels as though that's what you're doing. Let's see. I do feel there's some sort of, you're either sending a message or you're receiving a message, but it's literally heaven sent today. Okay. Something is coming through and I just heard, it was God. Okay. Whether someone is speaking to you or whether you are speaking to someone, some sort of message is coming through today. And this could definitely be like sometimes I find this is like a delivery where like something's taking place, information is coming in, things are working out. Yeah, I hear Travis Green. All things are working for my good. He's intentional, never failing. So I feel like something is coming in one way or another today. It could even be surprising, but I feel like it's coming in. And yeah, I hear LaShawn Pace Rhodes. I know I've been changed. It feels like you're going to know it's because you were walking by spirit. Okay. Look at that. I can't make it up. Bottom of this deck is a surprise card. Okay. Why do I hear Green Acres theme song? Green Acres is the life for me. And I hear the part farm living is the land spreading out. I can't remember the words. Green Acres is the place for me. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Honey, I love you, but give me that countryside. Maybe there's something significant about that. Look at that. Love. Cupid coming in. I just heard shooting an arrow at you. So somebody showing you love, or if you feel led to show, like, it feels like, I don't know why, something about this feels very directed, where this is like the love is literally channeled or directed specifically to you. I'm sorry, my number one. But that's what it feels like. Somebody's directing, like sending love to you. And it's coming as a surprise. You're surprised to be receiving of their love, but it's God that they're showing you love. Okay. I like it. I don't know. It kind of gives like with that, it gives the energy of like someone picking or choosing to, this is like you could have loved anybody, but you chose to love me, to show me love. The Lion card is here. I just heard Judah. Maybe the name Judah is significant. The lion, boldness is a lion. That's at the bottom of the deck. Let's see what's the card. Lizard. The lizard card, okay? This lizard is very spiritual in this particular deck. In actuality, let me confirm. Yes, so lizard is a very artistic energy. So you may be, but it's kind of like pulling back. It reminds me of like the energy that I've been in. If you guys have noticed, I haven't been doing anything public. It's just been Patreon only. So if you're not on Patreon, you're not getting anything from me unless you're on the other apps that I haven't even like announced on the other app. If that makes sense. But that's just because I'm wanting to build those single-handedly from the ground up. But anyway, lizard is artistic, but it's also very subtle. It has a lot to do with the sixth sense. And paired with lion, it's very patient. It's a very regal energy that it's almost like if you think about a king sitting on the throne, kings don't just get up and run at any old thing, right? They're going to sit there and wait until the timing is right. But with sixth sense coming through in this card, there's something that is being sensed, is what I feel. Now, this is the thing, is that the opposite of this lizard energy is someone who is like flaky, unreliable, insensitive, kind of like that energy that I talked about before, which is like a little bit unpredictable. So I feel like just something to be mindful about. Shall we get, we shall. I wanted to pull from my other oracle decks, and that's what I was questioning. Was like, am I going to grab this deck? Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Just know that I just appreciate everything. Thank you. Seventh house, love and partnerships is here. Ooh, conjunction, fusion, and energy. I'm kind of getting an energy of like a collision, but not like car accident collision. It's almost, I'm seeing like two powerhouses hit one another. So this could be two people. You could even be encountering like a business opportunity and you're a powerhouse and that's a powerhouse of a business or a role. There's something with fusion and energy. It feels like fusion is like a coming together, but energy coming together, what feels like to make a bigger energy. Okay. So I like what I feel from this, because I feel like there's growth it feels in some situation or circumstance, but that makes sense. If there's surprise to feel love or to be shown love or to be showing someone love, then I feel like the reason is because, Spirit is talking to your inner child about how, I feel, I don't know why I kind of get like there's some things that have been your life experiences that have done you quite a bit of good. And I feel like you maybe have been taking your time, but something about your spiritual senses or your sixth sense is in some way, I feel bringing you closer to, I feel an energetic portal. That's literally what I just heard. Some sort of energetic portal that is relating to yourself, or your circumstance in a different way. You know, sometimes you can hold shame about your past. Why? Don't be ashamed of your past, especially when who you are now is different. So much has changed. Look how much more you love yourself now. Look at how much more you hold yourself in high esteem. You're far more sensitive now. I just heard your energy has grown. It's bigger, okay? Whoa. Is that 3 cards? I'm not going to take them. The sublimation came. It's like ascension. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I shuffled off screen for sake of time, but the benevolent guide is at the bottom of the deck. This is a bee in what looks like young rainbow colors, okay? Card number 57. That number could be significant. Spiritus Rector is what this is. Benevolent guide. The card that we drew is Chiron, okay? Card number 11. I'd like to see that K there. That could be significant in terms of being an initial for someone. I don't know. It's also giving like peace. Peace up. Anytime, maybe something significant about that. It's giving like peace. But even further, you guys know I don't believe that there's any aspect of our existence that can't be healed. So Chiron is often referring to the wounded healer. But I honestly believe that the benevolent guide may be in some way having you look at an area where there is some shame, right? This could be from things when you were a child, when you were young, things that have taken place over time, right? These can be like relationships, right, with others or to certain things. And the way in which your life changed a result of going through those things, there may be some shame associated with that. And you may hold some wounds, but this card says wounds teaching paradoxes. And I feel like that's more what you're getting to. It's not that you are wounded, it's that you were wounded. Continuing to see that as still being a wound is kind of like victim mentality. And I feel like Chiron in some way maybe coming as a surprise where you're being shown love, that's demonstrating to you that you're now the benevolent guide. You're no longer the wounded. You're teaching people how to, what could be like, recover from their wounds, take pride despite having been wounded, and demonstrate that healing or that regal nature. to relate to it in a different way, not to hold shame. And I feel like that could very well be a mutual gift that's helping you to do the same. Chiron is a cosmic enigma. In Greek mythology, he is said to be the rejected son of Saturn, who through the pain of abandonment becomes a great teacher and healer. Such is the paradoxical nature of this minor planet. It demonstrates that our pain is a great resource. It will guide us to our deepest purpose if we are able to observe it slowly, gently, and with support. When the Chiron card appears, know that you are being called to deepen the work, to delve into tender parts of yourself that require patience and forgiveness. Victim mentality will get you nowhere. Your past blaming. It's time to let your painful experiences serve as a beacon of light to others. Chiron reminds us of all of where we've been and where that allows us to go. Heavy on the where that allows us to go. Thinking about the story of your scars and perhaps being shown love in some area you are not expecting, that supports your ability to take pride in those scars. Congratulations. The benevolent guide is showing you the way you need to relate to an area where you held shame.